If the price of ruling is this razor path, let the apex sign it in the tire rack. Corner overlord, when the last turn tears the night in two, I will drop my fear and cut straight through. If tomorrow wonders how your rain got flowed, let it trace the line of the corner overlord. Corner overlord, when the engines fade and hills fall still, only glowing arcs on the mountain sill. You can curse my shadow as you leave the board, but the curse remember the corner overlord. Staccato fading tops in the dark. Only silent corners hold my mind. Snare runs rolling down the starting gate. Red lights glowing as we stare and wait. gas and drag it there. Overdrive night terror, I'll tear your claws with a screaming run. Turn your frozen nightmare into loaded fun. You can haunt my mirror, you can bite my mind. I will burn you out on the racing line. Overdrive night terror, when the tap climbs up and the doubts all fall. You're just another echo in the engine call. You can wrap the skyline in your poison air. I will rule this darkness, I'm not scared. You're crawling on the guardrail like a field of teeth. Every sign warped by the fear beneath. Voices in the static whisper, turn around. Try to drag my courage to the killing ground. But I align my focus on the lane ahead. Let the baseline stomp on the creeping dread. Monolith cutting through the wailing wet. Every gear I drop says I won't give in. Rim clicks ticking like a cursed clock's hand. Strings rise up as I make my stand. If the night wants proof, it can't own my side. I'll engrave my answer in the overdrive light. Overdrive night terror, I'll tear your claws with a screaming run. Turn your frozen nightmare into loaded fun. You can haunt my mirror, you can bite my mind. I will burn you out on the racing line. Overdrive night terror, when the task climbs up and the doubts all fall. You're just another echo in the engine call. You can wrap the skyline in your poison air. I will rule this darkness, I'm not scared. I don't run from monsters hiding in the dark. I just light the fuse and let the tires spark. If the price of courage is this blazing ride, let the flames show what I keep inside. Overdrive night terror, when the last curve rips the black in two. I will hold it flat and drive straight through. If tomorrow asks how I kill that stare, let it see the smoke patterns hanging there. Overdrive night terror, when the engines fade and silence grows. Only glowing skin scars really know. You can stalk these streets, you can linger there, but I own this night, I'm the one who dare. Dark lost fading on the highway spine. For night terror, crossed your line. No more crowns made of rust and fear.
No more ghosts we have to drag up here.
If the price of freedom is this burning run,
Let the sparks record what the crowd has done.
Skylane overthrow code. When the last train rips the dark in two, we will hold it flat and drive past you. If tomorrow asks how your empire overflowed, let it read the script in the overthrow code. Skylane overthrow code.
When the engines fade and smoke hangs low, only glowing skid lines left to glow. You can curse the anthem that your fall bestowed, but the road now lives by the overthrow code. Heavy comp echoes in the cooling air.
Skylane's silent, but the cold stays there.
Instant horse.
You're creeping the mirror like a phantom blade, hiding in the draft that my engine made, waiting for the moment when I slip or choke, trying to write my ending in your exhaust smoke.
But I can feel your tremor in the steering lane. Tiny little wobble in your hungry brain.
E-piano pulses like a loaded gun, rock, steel, grin and let's have some fun.
White lines shaking as you close that gap.
Every drum it sounded like a sprung trap.
If you strike first thinking I can't react, you forgot I've got a different ad. Nitrous counter, you move and I respond on sight.
One switch flip and I ignite the night.
When you die for glory on the inside line, I'll explode ahead and erase your design. Nitrous counter instant whoosh in the engine core.
Your attack becomes my rocket roar.
You can plan your ambush, you can count to 10.
But I answer every strike with boost again.
You fake to the left and you cut to the right, trying every trick in your book tonight. Guard or shadows flicker as you lean in fast.
All in gamble on a fragile pass. But I mapped your rhythm like a coded chart. Every late break tremor, every panic start.
Dark paths rumble as the moment nears. All I need is one move to delete your fears. Instant silence just before the slam.
Then the world erupts when I hit that jam.
If you thought I'd crumble when you made your play, you just lit the fuse, I was hiding away.
Nitrous counter, you move and I respond on sight. One switch flip and I ignite the night.
When you die for glory on the inside line, I'll explode ahead and erase your design.
Nitrous counter instant wash in the engine core. Your attack becomes my rocket roar.
You can plan your ambush, you can count to 10.
needs an end in the neon light. Let it be the apex nemesis, right? Apex nemesis, right? We draw the line at the razor bend. No more running circles, this is where it ends.
If the fate of both our names is decided tonight,
Let the corner judge the nemesis, right? Apex nemesis, right? Every throttle is a bloodbound word. Every screaming meter is a truth unheard.
you can pray for mercy, you can clench up tight.
But we came to seal this nemesis, right?
You pull beside me with that dead calm stare. Helmet down low, but I still feel the glare.
All the old betrayals in your racing style. Every dirty feint, every practice smile.
But I'm not the ghost that you cut last year. I'm the sharpened answer to your atmosphere.
Dark paths rumble like a storm on trial as we roll in silence to the killer mile.
Rim clicks sharper as the gap grows thin. Choir shots blazing as we dive back in.
If the world wants proof of who owns this hide, it will watch us crash through the nemesis, right? Apex nemesis, right? We draw the line at the razor bend. No more running circles, this is where it ends.
If the fate of both our names is decided tonight,
Let the corner judge the nemesis, right? Apex nemesis, right? Every throttle is a bloodbound word. Every screaming meter is a truth unheard. You can pray for mercy, you can clench up tight. But we came to seal this nemesis, right? No crowd, no crown, just the white line's edge.
just two shadows racing on a hanging ledge.
If the price of closure is this blazing fight,
Let the sparks bear witness to our eyes.
Apex nemesis, right?
When the last curve tears the dark into,
I will take my line straight through you.
if tomorrow asks how our saga left the night,
Let it read the marks of the nemesis, right? When the engines fade and smoke hangs low,
only glowing arcs in the corner glow.
you can curse my shadow as you lose your sight.
We were always bound to this nemesis ride.
Rimplex nemesis, right?
Choir shots fading over cooling chrome. Rim click silent, but the apex zones are home.
like the king of dust, thinking I'm a memory and a pile of rust. But the gauges wake up with a crimson flare, all the dead revs screaming, we're still there.
Dark turns to neon in a single beat. Baseline thunders underneath the seat. You thought my story ended where the guardrail bends, but the road rewrites when the engine bends.
Pad fades out, then the daylight sound.
Ride leads bursting from the battleground.
If you feel the pressure as I close those gashes, that's the fighter born from ashes. Overrun ashes, I'm burning up the ghosts you made. Every fallen moment turning into blade. From the smoke and ruin of your goodbye crashes, I come back screaming from the overrun ashes. When the bright chorus tears the dark into, I will break the limit right in front of you. You can swear I'm finished, you can point and laugh in flashes, but I'm already rising from the overrun ashes. I don't need a past that never touched the ground. I need the kind of scars that make a different sound.
If the price of rebirth is a flaming run, let the tire fire spell what I become.
Overrun ashes,
When the last straight opens like a wound,
I will hit full throttle, let the world be tuned.
if tomorrow wonders how I clear those crashes,
Let it breathe a trail in the glowing ashes. Overrun ashes.
when the engines fade and night falls slow, only glowing tire marks will ever know.
You can call me ruin.
You can curse my clashes, Overlord, from
is this brutal rush.
Let the wreckage spell overcrush.
Nitro Overcrush when the last straight rips the dark in two. I will hold it flat and blow past you. If tomorrow asks how your legend turned to dust, let it read those corners where it had to rust. Nitro Overcrush when the engine's faded and sparks float slow. Only twisted metal in the neon glow. You can curse my name, say you've had enough, but the road remembers Nitro Overcrush. Your eyes just fading in the cooling hush. Empty lane whispering. Nitro Overcrush.
Narrow lead slicing through the neon hush.
Rim clicks ticking like a vein about to crush.
Skylane stretching like a silver scar.
Tonight I cut the jugular of who you are. You float in the middle with a lazy grin, taking half the road like you're born to win.
Blocking every overtake like it's some kind of game.
Turning every clean line into twisted flame.
But I've lived my nights in this razor bed.
Measured every millimeter of this tarmac strand.
Beat piano hammer like a hunter's heart.
Rock steel ready for the final part.
Remote tip tapping like a countdown knife.
Every tiny click carving into your life.
If the whole fight hangs on a single bar.
I'll draw that line where your weak points are.
Skylane Jugular.
Carry the line, find the vein in your perfect pose. One clean cut and your kingdom goes. You can act like iron, you can bare your teeth, but the right line runs just beneath.
Skylane Jugular. When the narrow leads scream through the night, I will place my wheels where you can't fight. You can lock the lane, you can call me cruel, but I'll
smash you in a head-on crash.
I just need the angle where your nerves all splash.
If the price of winning is this lethal ride, let the tire marks get your open heart.
Skylane Jugular.
In the last turns, crushing gravity,
I will cut your story from reality.
if tomorrow asks how your mask got torn,
Let it read the line where a king was shorn. Skylane Jugular. When the engines fade and crowds are gone, only silent curves will carry on. You can curse my shadow, swear I went too far, but the road remembers.
who cut who you are.
Remotes are fading in the cooling air.
Narrow lead whispering, I was there,
Skylane quiet like a finished scar.
still holding the truth of who you are.
Skylane Jugular.
Gritty bass growling in the midnight zone, sharp stabs cutting through the chrome and stone, needle kissing where the rules won't go. This is how a Redline Rogue runs the show.
You're driving like a soldier in a painted cage, following the handbook like it's holy rage. Blinkers on, braking at the safety sign, thinking that the world is just a dotted line.
But I'll be on the limits where the railings end. I learned to make the corners like a feral friend. E-piano hammer like a broken law. Rock steel screaming with a rebel claw.
Pretty low when
motivation fails, if the price of living is a blazing run, let the tire fire shout what I've done. Redline Rogue.
When the last straight rips the dark in two, I will hold it flat and cut past you. If tomorrow asks how the script got broke, let it read the lines in the tire smoke.
Redline Rogue. When the engines fade and streets fall still, only glowing scars on the valley hill. You can curse my shadow, say you went too far, bro, but the night remembers the red line road.
Gritty bass fading in the afterglow, sharp stabs echo where the mad ones go. Empty lane whispering soft and low, once there rode a red line rogue.
Big Tom's rolling like a marching storm. E-piano crawling in a battle form.
Headlights lighting like an iron sun.
On the fast lane front where the war drums come.
You're cruising like a legend in a borrowed crown, acting like the city is your hunting ground, but you don't hear the rhythm underneath your pride. Heavy-hearted thunder from the other side.
We come from the back streets with our engines bare. Every scar we carry is a battle prayer. Rock steel rising in the midnight hum, answering the call of the fast lane war drum.
Tom hits pounding out a soldier's pace, every beat a challenge to your shining face.
If you think the road will bow to one, hear the war drum say the fight's begun. Fast lane war drum, feel the thunder on the highway skin. Every single heartbeat screaming win. When the chants rise up and the red lines hum, you will know you met the fast lane war drum. Fast lane war drum, we're advancing through the neon rain. Tires like boots on a steel-made plane. You can claim this city, you can shout I've won, but the lane belongs to the war drum run. Guardrails echo with the chant we throw. Voices in the engine and the bass below. You die for the inside with a desperate show, but the times keep beating like a fist in love. We're not here for glory in a plastic frame. We're here to let the rhythm choose a name. Dark paths rumble as the grid lights fall. All at once the war drum owns it all.
Big Tom thunder in the steering wheel, every hit a verdict on the way you feel.
If your courage cracks when the chorus comes, you were never built for the war lane drums. Fast lane war drum, feel the thunder on the highway skin. Every single heartbeat screaming win. When the chants rise up and the red lines hum, you will know you've met the fast lane war drum. Fast lane war drum, we're advancing through the neon rain. Tires like boots on a steel-made plane. You can claim this city, you can shout I've won, but the lane belongs to the war drum run. War drum, war pounding in the fast lane. We don't turn back, we don't break chain. If the price of honor is this burning night, let the tongues lay down alright.
Fast lane war drum, when the last stray tears the dark into, we will hold it flat and ride past you. If tomorrow asks how your throne came undone,
Let it hear the beat of the war drum run. Fast lane war